Hi everybody, Nick Fisher here, registered dietitian with CoreLife of Bel Air. Thanks for joining me today for Cooking Up with CoreLife. Today we're going to be showing you the way I like to make my sandwiches better. So before we get started, I just want to remind everybody that as always you can call or email to get scheduled for your telehealth meeting, meet with your care team, track your progress on our remote patient monitoring program and the CoreLife app. So let's get started. I don't do a lot of sandwiches, mostly because I like eating. I like things in a bowl, like stir fries or pastas. I prefer that. But a lot of times, if I have a busy weekend, like this last weekend where we were camping, and I don't have a lot of time to go grocery shopping when I get back at night, a sandwich is a really good way just to keep you eating, keep you consistent, and still be satisfied. Big thing is I like to pick and choose what I put on the sandwich to benefit me, and find every way I can to add some vegetables. So to start, and a lot of people are afraid of bread. I'm not. I like, this is Arnold. It's 100% whole grain bread. I like it because it's big enough that I can put a lot of stuff on my sandwich. And it's only 110 calories per slice, so we're up to 220 calories. So it's really not like a huge insult to your calorie needs that day. Another thing I like to do is, it depends on what kind of lunch meat you like. This was on sale, so I bought it. It's just a turkey lunch meat, but it's 1 pound, so if you want 3 to 4 ounces on your sandwich, a quarter of it is a serving. Basically, I counted the slices. There was 22 slices in it, so 5.5 slices per serving, which is what I kind of have here for our sandwich. You can see it's a large amount of meat. I find that a lot of times our patients are shorting themselves on their sandwiches, trying to save calories, and they're under in protein, and then they're really hungry after they eat their sandwich. So pick whichever lunch meat you like. This is probably the only time I'll have fresh spinach, because I don't like salads that much, but I can mash this onto a sandwich, and I don't have the annoyance of eating a salad with a fork and stabbing it a bunch of times and not getting anything. I keep them fresh on this because they at least tear and they're easier to eat. Another thing I like to do with my sandwiches is take products like this and jazz them up with putting a little bit of dressing on them, let them sit overnight. That way the vinegar softens this, but it's a really big flavor profile to add to the sandwich to give it some moisture without adding like a high calorie mayo or something. But it's also a vegetable, so we get a lot more nutrition out of it than just mayo. So here we go, I'm going to bring us down. Just, some things that I learned working in quantity food service and in cafeterias and things. Sometimes the way you stack your sandwich can make a difference. So I like to take my spinach and I just kind of get a little squeeze so it stays and it kind of crushes it some, but it doesn't wilt it. Now it's a little bit easier to stay on my sandwich. And if you take your slices that were circles and fold them in half, I learned this working in high school food service. Doing it like this kind of gives your sandwich like a middle channel to put other toppings on, which will be our coleslaw mix with that little bit of dressing. So we have our last slice. And you can see, now we have like that middle channel. So your sandwich is no longer high in the middle and tapered on the ends. It kind of gave you a middle spot to fill in. And now we have what is going to be a pretty large sandwich, but very well balanced in our carbs, our protein, and lots of vegetables added. But with the dressing added to the cabbage mixture to soften up with the vinegar, we added a lot of flavor to our sandwich, but we kept it reasonable. So with this, you could add, vegetables on the side. You could have, get yourself a bag of cuties and have a couple of these with it. So it gives you room to build what you want and change it up, add quality, control your portions, but then add other things to it. So, this is, my kind of a sandwich. Make it worth it and have fun with it. So thanks for coming by. As always, subscribe to our CoreLife channels on YouTube and give us some feedback. We'll see you next time, and stay healthy.